From the pitch, let's go to the hard court. Gilas Pilipinas definitely got a huge momentum after their tune-up win over the Korean visiting team, the LG Sakers. But after the unexpected changes the team needed to make, how ready is Gilas Pilipinas for this year's Asian Games? Joining us right now to have an all-out conversation about the team is Gilas Pilipinas' interim head coach and 25-time PBA champion coach Tim Cohn, and one of the naturalized players of the national team, Justin Noypi Brownlee. And I believe both of them are joining us via Zoom. Or Coach Tim is, okay, Coach Tim is, I'm just being told now that Coach Tim is joining us on the phone. Justin is joining us via Zoom, about to have his late dinner. I'll start with you, JB, because I can see you. Welcome back to the show. Thank you for giving in to my relentless ways of trying to get you back on the show.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
At least I know now, Justin, that you haven't forgotten about me. How about this guy? I was also relentless trying to carry his bag. Coach Tim, good evening to you. I think you're in a good mood, right, Coach?
Well, yeah, I'm tempered. Like it was only one game, and it certainly wasn't the Korean national team or the Chinese national team, but we trended well in that game. We trended well, so yeah, I'm a little bit happy, but still tempered, making sure we're keeping our feet firmly on the ground.
Yeah, Coach, it's been. I'm trying to find the right words to describe your week. Oh, so we just lost Coach Tim, but we'll get back to Coach Tim. We'll try to get back Coach Tim Cohn on the line. JB, as you heard, we that dial tone. So we'll try to get Coach Tim again back here. But JB, you led the team in scoring today. Final score 86-81, and your numbers as we speak: 19 points. 7 of 20 from the field, shot 35%. I'm sure you're not happy with that, but you still got 5 boards, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. Overall, how would you rate or assess your performance personally, and also the team's performance, considering the amount of time that you guys just had, like, blending in?
I definitely could have shot the ball better. That shooting percentage is down, way further than I would like. But I think, the team, I think we did okay. It's definitely not going to be perfect. It's our first time out, and we haven't been together, too long. But you can see some things that we can,
build on,
be really good at.
Yeah.
So I think I'm satisfied with the way the team, came out. I think we gave great effort. And I think we did okay.
How are you, though, out of 100%? I know you had to go through a lot of things, the injury. How are you feeling with your body, JB?
I feel okay. Just some discomfort, after having surgery. That's normal. So I'm not expecting to be at 100% at this moment, but I feel good enough to go out there and play and give a 100% effort. And, I'm willing to do that and just help the team, any way I can, and, push through anything, if it is something, I just push through it. And I think I'll be okay, though.
That's the thing with Justin Brownlee, with you. Even Junmar, I was speaking with Junmar earlier. He had all praises about you, just, that competitive spirit that you have and all heart. I believe we have Coach Tim back on the line. Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, I'm back.
Sorry, I apologize. Yeah, we got cut earlier. But my question earlier to you, how are you holding up, Coach Tim? I know it's been a whirlwind, a roller coaster past few days for you since taking this job, but how are you holding up after especially that win earlier over the LG Sakers?
Well, I'm just moving on. For anything that happens, I just always been that kind of guy, just moves on and worries about what the next thing is, and I don't look back, So this is the way we are. This is our situation. Let's make the best of this situation. Whenever I feel bad, I think, well, I still got Justin around. As long as I got Justin, I'm in good shape. So, that's basically the way I look at it. We'll do the best we can with what we have. No matter what's thrown at us, we're going to figure out the best course through all those, everything that goes through it.
Well, Justin is about to have his dinner steak, and I'm interrupting it, but he deserves all the steak he wants to eat right now after that performance earlier. Coach, out of 10, how satisfied were you with what you saw earlier? All things considered, you even shot better from 3. You shot 58%, 7 of 12, compared to the Korean team, the LG Sakers, 36% from downtown. All in all, on both ends on the floor, I think you had great defense also. But coming from you, Coach, what did you think of your assessment of this team so far?
Well, I think we could have been better defensively. I didn't think we were as good as we need to be defensively, and we want to be a defensive team first. So that's big. We're not going to shoot a lot of 3-pointers, but the 3-pointers we shoot, we think are going to be high percentage. Guys are going to hunt their threes, but we're going to be able to hit shots, I think. So we're going to hit a high percentage of our shots. We may not take a lot, but we're going to hit a high percentage.
Yeah.
And that's really kind of the way we approach things.
Yeah.
The thing I liked was 14 assists in the first half. I actually don't know yet what we finished with. I did like the ball movement that we had. And as much as we were reliant on Justin, his guys still, stepped up and took shots when they were supposed to take shots.
Yeah. Well, you shot better, Coach. 55% from the field, 33 off 60, compared to their 29 of 66, just 44%. Coach, a lot of fans, of course, still hoping. Well, we saw earlier, I saw them at the venue as well, at the Phil Sports Arena. Terrence Romeo was there, Motautua, Jason Perkins. Of course, fans also hoping the Beast, Calvin Abueva, will be allowed to play. Philippine Olympic Committee President Bambol Tolentino says they will keep on fighting for their inclusion. Can you clarify the air right now, live on Sports Desk? What is the status on this situation? Is that still possible, having those 4?
I really can't clarify, but
okay.
As long, because it's really there. They said it wouldn't happen or wouldn't. There would not be a decision to the 24th. That's the day we're leaving for the Asian Games. That's Sunday. If we have those 4, that's great. I'm real happy about that, and we're moving forward. If we don't have those 4, that's great. I'm happy. We're moving forward. So no matter what happens, we're going to move forward with it. We will make the decision when and if that decision is even needed to be made. Mm-hmm. But if it's needed to be made, we'll make that decision.
Mm-hmm. JB, you saw what happened on the World Cup, and 4 of those players who played in the World Cup will be part of this team. Of course, most of them with Japet, with Scotty being your teammates with Inebra. You've played with Junmar before. And now, these guys coming in, coming out. You have Marsha coming in, Chris Ross coming in. How's the chemistry with you, especially with the guys that, you're not that too familiar with probably teaming up with, but you also played with Marsha in the SEA Games. But the chemistry, how would you rate it? Answer that question and a lot more after the break. You're watching Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines, where we go all out for the day's top sports stories. We will return with Coach Tim Cohn and Justin Brownlee after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines. And still with us this Friday, of course, arguably the greatest coach in Philippine basketball history, most decorated, winningest coach in the PBA, one and only Coach Tim Cohn, and one of the best imports of all time, the GOAT, Justin Brownlee via Zoom. About to have his dinner, so I'm going to make this really quick. My question before the break, JB, was, you saw what happened at a World Cup. And now, looking at the lineup, of course, trying to work with what you have, and I credit because, you guys are still fighting. And I saw earlier, I saw the effort, I saw the chemistry, I saw the bonding of this team. But how would you rate the chemistry so far of you and the guys that will be competing in China?
It's very good, to be honest, and just give a lot of credit, to the team. Like you said, guys been moving out, coming in.
Yeah.
Just got to give credit, for guys just trying, and we want to win. And the only way we're gonna do that is if we come together and really think about the bigger picture. And just excited all around, though. It's a good group of guys as well.
Yeah, I believe
everybody
so.
On the team, they bond well, and we laugh. And we had Inspire Camp. I think that was a big help for us this past week. We went to Inspire, and we had like 2 days, 3 days there, and I think that was a big help for the guys. To just get together and then learn some things about each other, and it's definitely been benefiting us with the chemistry.
I like personally, Calvin Oftana shot the lights out earlier, 6 of 7 from the field with 13 points, 11 boards for Oftana. Arvin Tolentino came off the bench, and Tolentino 9 points in 12 minutes. Coach Tim, 25 years ago, 1998, you handled the Centennial team with all-time greats like Johnny Barrientos, Alvin Patrimonio, Jojo Lastimosa, Alan Kaidik, and a lot more. I know it's unfair to compare that team to this team and, to say we're going to try to eclipse that or try to level that. But where do you see, how far do you see you guys right now? Like, on a personal note, what are you feeling right now? How far do you see this team going in the Asian Games?
Well, as I keep saying, we have to temper ourselves. And, you never judge a team by one game and one performance. But there were good indications in that thing. Like Justin was saying, our trip to Inspire, all the things that we were really emphasizing there, really showed up in the game. So that means the guys are buying in, and they're really, it's just a matter of, we have limited time, and
Yep.
The teaching becomes important. But more important, the learning becomes important. So these guys are really trying hard to learn. And I've been beating them up. I'll tell you, I've been beating them up. As Justin
I
knows.
believe you, yeah.
And because we just don't have the time to rest and do anything. So we really, everything is crammed and everything is hard and everything is long. We have long practices. So, again, it's just the buy-in is really nice. They're buying into not only what we're doing, what we're trying to achieve on the court, but they're buying into what we're trying to achieve off the court. How far that takes us, I have no idea. I really don't have any idea. That team we had in 1998, we had 3 months of preparation. We had Jones Cup, we had a trip to the States.
Yeah.
We played 10 games against major colleges. We had a lot of preparation in that thing. So it's hard to compare the two with that one and this one. Plus, again, there was no Justin Brownlee back then.
It would have been different if you had this guy, Justin Brownlee, on that team. And you know what? I was speaking with LA Tenorio yesterday, and he was saying 10 days, it took LA 14, 15 years to learn the system and to teach it, to some of these guys, or just a couple of days. It's just really, asking much. But again, we do with what we have to do. Who do you think will be the toughest competition there, Coach Tim? Of course, China.
I think China is going to be really tough. I assume Korea will be tough.
Yep.
And I assume Jordan. I think Jordan may be the best team out there. With Rondé, and they have another import, plus their 7-footer. They have Ibrahim, who's a 6'6" point guard, a Division I player. I think they may be the strongest team, but we'll see. I haven't seen Korea in quite a while because they shut down during the pandemic. So we haven't seen them much. That's why it was important that we play a Korean-type team tonight, just to get a feel for the kind of movement and the way they shoot the ball and stuff. I thought that was real important for us to have that game. So we'll see. But our own group with Bahrain is playing great. Thailand has like 4 or 5 Thai-Ams, and they are getting better all the time. And Jordan is in our group. I still think they might be number 1.
Coach, Justin, Barangay Nebra's heart and soul, of course, L.A. Tenorio, Latiniente. I had him here one-on-one yesterday, live in the studio. And, of course, we're happy for L.A. He recently defeated cancer, and his return to the court is coming up soon. He told us that Coach, you wanted him to play for the national team. I was teasing him, like, can you be playing, Coach? And if the good news came weeks earlier, he probably would have made us return to the Asian Games. Can you tell us more about it, Coach? And then I'll get to you, Justin, because I know you also went with him to Singapore. But, Coach, I'll start with you. Go ahead.
Well, the problem was I would have put LA on the team without a doubt, even if he wasn't going to play heavy minutes. Problem is he's not on the list. So As everybody else, nobody's on the list, so he wouldn't have been able to play because he's not
It's
on
that
the list.
infamous list, Coach Tim.
Yeah, infamous list. So that was our joke. I go, LA, you would have played, but guess what?
What?
He goes, what? You're not on the list.
That's
So,
Are you sure Justin Brownlee's on the list, Coach? Just making
yeah,
sure.
Justin and Jordan Clarkson are both on the list.
Okay.
Yeah. We probably could have gotten Jordan over here. Imagine putting
yeah.
Jordan and Justin together.
Oh, man.
How amazing would that be?
Oh, right away. I'll treat you to steak wherever Justin's eating right now. Steak on me. You and your wife Christina. Right away. I'll hand you that gold medal. JB, how cool is this having LA? I know you went with him also to Singapore for one of his chemo sessions, but you're very, very close to LA. He's like a brother to you, man. You've won championships with the guy. Now having him not being alongside with him, I'm sure you would have had him on the floor with you, but having LA as an assistant coach, how's that been like for you, JB?
Man, it's huge. It was a point in time in the game today where he gave me some instruction, and it just, as soon as he told me to do it, I did it and it worked. And stuff like that. He's always been that help on the court. But just having him off the court, being a coach, and he's the type of guy when you talk, you really listen and focus on what he's saying because he has so much knowledge of the game. So, it's definitely going to benefit me and the point guards and just everybody because he's very intelligent.
Yeah.
On the court, and he sees stuff before it happens.
Yep.
So he's that type of player.
Yep, very a tremendous basketball IQ, just off the charts. And I was talking to him, Coach Tim, yesterday. He also told me now he understands, like being with you on the sidelines, why you'd get mad at him at times, even your Alaska days. Now he understands because you also see things there that are out there. Coach, JB, we're running out of time. I wish we had more time, but of course, I also don't want to keep you guys hanging here on a Friday night after a win. Let's talk about Ginebra, Coach. How satisfied are you with your draft selection? Also adding a guy like Maverick Ahanmisi on your team. Let's talk about Ginebra. Of course, the PBA season has been moved to November 5. But your thoughts on the recent draft and also the acquisition of Maverick Ahanmisi, Coach Tim?
Well, I tell you what, the PBA is bending over backwards for us. The fact that they moved it all the way back to November 5th is not an easy decision for them. So that's awesome that they're backing us the way they are, and that's going to give me time to go back and continue to work with Ginebra after this is all done. And I'm really, really happy about that. I'm a guy with blinders on. I try to plan one plane at a time. When I'm focused on Gilas, I am totally just thinking about Gilas. And at this point, I'm leaving it to my guys, Olsen, Rosella, Coach Kirk, Collier. They're the guys that are handling the Ginebra team. They're working on the triangle actions and all that stuff, and they're conditioning. So I know when I get back that we're going to have a team ready to play, and so it's not going to be a lot of work for me. I'm so happy about that. But I'm looking forward to getting back with Ginebra, really focusing there.
Okay. Lastly, I want to get your message to the fans. JB, I'll start with you. What do you want to tell all the Filipino fans, the supporters who were disappointed in the World Cup? But of course, it's like you guys are the redeem team. I know it's asking much, but I like what I saw earlier today, that heart, the effort. What do you want to tell all the Filipino basketball fans? JB, go ahead.
I always love the fans. Thank you for, staying with the team, for supporting the team, through the World Cup and now coming up to the Asian Games. I know, the fans will be there to support us. I just want to thank you in advance and love you guys always. Let's go try to win the medal.
Let's go. Laban Pilipinas Puso, Coach Tim. I give you the final seconds. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just happy. I thought it was really cool for people to show up tonight.
Awesome.
I'm so happy they were able to come in and enjoy the game and not worry about the finances of having to buy a ticket. And I just wish I could bring all those people to China with me and put them in the stands in China, and that would be a huge help for us. So we're going to miss the fans in China. So, but they're great people. The fans have always been really, really good to Ginebra and me and myself and Justin. So we're just really happy that they were able to watch tonight, and we're just going to go to the Asian games, and we're going to lay it out there on the line, and hopefully we can do something special for the fans.
Let's go. Let's go. Have a safe flight to China on Sunday, Coach. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat. Tell your wife, Christina, thank you as well. Good win today. Happy weekend. JB, I'll follow there. My treat, buddy. Thank you as always. Thank you for not forgetting me, man. Again, we just spoke to the winningest coach in the PBA, Gilas Pilipinas Interim Head Coach Tim Cone, and arguably one of the greatest imports to ever play in the PBA, Justin Noypi Brownlee. Thank you so much.